Hello and welcome back to my channel on this episode of Makeup Funny Happy Time, I guess. For the next month or so, I'm going to use a different palette every day, and I'm going to review those palettes at the end of the week. My only conditions is that I'll tell you the brand that I'm doing next, but I'm probably going to do it by brand. If I don't have enough of that brand, I'll do 2 brands. But basically, we just go through my makeup collection. We use a different palette for looks every day. And at the end of the week, I'll tell you what I feel with the palettes, and we'll go from there. Cool. Alright, so the first week I used Hip Dot. I got my first Hip Dot from BoxyCharm, which is this one, so a lot of people probably have it. It looks like this. It created a great purple look, I think, on like day 3. It was amazing. It wasn't too powdery. The masks blended easily, and the shimmers were really pretty. I do wish it had more shimmers. It has like a dark shimmer that I'll never use. And I used this shimmer right here. And I'll definitely use that one. But I'm probably not sure if I'm going to use that one. So it's only got like 2 shimmers that I would use. But I still really like it. And so, yeah. Alright, the next I bought was the collector session. And it is this right here. Alright, let's start with the first 2 palettes I used in some looks in the past, but I can't make a whole look with them by themselves, so I didn't include them, but I have used them. That is the 2 right here. This one is the Nude Nouveau. Oh, the other palette was Zion, and this is a glitter palette. Light glitter is really pretty. For pressed glitters, they work really well. They're easy to spread. My only issue is some of the colors are really similar. Like these 2 are almost identical and almost really hard to tell apart. But other than that, they're very much like a finer grained BoxyCharm ColourPop. They are really, really nice though, and with a glitter glue, they work fantastic. The second is the other glitter palette, which is Glitter Deco. Looks like that. I really like the blues down here. Probably won't get much use out of that yellow, but I will out of that one. These are really, really nice. Like I said, I've used them a couple of times, and they do make a great, if you like glitter, these are your palettes. I like them better than I like a lot of the glitter palettes that I actually already own. Alright, next one is Hip Dot Rio. I used this one and created what I think was the yellow look with glitter. I used that glitter and these 2 to make that look. The yellow look that it's wearing with glitter. I have used this in the past for the purples with the glitter, and it looks really, really good. The only 2 colors I don't think I have tried are these 2 pink ones down here, but they are really, really nice. I also like that it has the stand like this. Mattes, perfect. Glitter is good. The only complaint I have about this palette is I wish it had shimmers so you didn't necessarily have to dip into the glitters if you're only in the mood to pick up one palette. That is a flaw in this palette, in my opinion. They could have taken out these 2 shimmers, or these 2 mattes, or even one of these mattes, and put in some shimmers, and it would have been fantastic. My husband's favorite palette, the SpongeBob palette, Bikini Bottom. It also has that stand. It was literally the first palette that I used, and I created that aquamarine look this week with it, with using this, and I think this. Mattes are great. It has a ton of shimmers, which I really, really, really like. It actually has almost the perfect proportion of mattes to shimmers, which is a huge advantage for this. It's also a great color palette. I intend to use it more this summer. I'm like really, really happy with it. Well, depending on how fast I get through all my palettes, doing one palette every day for, I don't know, as long as I feel like it, or I run out of palettes, which is unlikely to happen. Alright, this one is a Hip Dot Face by Kareem. I hate snakeskin, so the outside of it bothers me. Like, the outside of it bothers me a lot. But it is what it is. When you open it up, you have this. It is amazing. I wish it had another yellow, like a lighter yellow, and I wish that it like would sacrifice one of these browns because they're almost identical, and I hate blacks and palettes. So for me, ugh. But it does make a really, really nice palette again. Mattes blend beautifully. Shimmers are amazing. Glitters are like the rest of the Hip Dot glitters. Badass bougie. Alright, last but not least is the pink palette. And it is called Flower Burst. This one is very, very pink, which is very much up my alley. I created 2 looks with this week. One wasn't on camera, but I did create it. I did really like it. I love the purples. I love the pinks. I love the mattes. This actually has 0 amounts of complaint for this. Sometimes I wish palettes would change up colors, but it doesn't have too dark of a brown, no black. It's just chef's kiss. Hip Dot is surprisingly a good brand for palettes. They're reasonably priced. I think these were like $100 and something for all of them, minus the one that came in BoxyCharm. They're really, really nice. They blend really, really well, and I actually don't hear anybody talking about them. I also got this, though, that I do want to talk about. You can see it's dirty because I just used it recently. This came in my BoxyCharm. It is a Hip Dot sponge. The other one is right here. It looks like this. This one started looking like this one until I got it wet for the first time, and then it just molded into, see, you can see, and it never regained its shape. It's good for when I want one that I can mold specifically into things, I'll use this one, but I don't like that it doesn't retain its shape. Like, once you get it wet, it ceases to retain its shape, and that bugs the crap out of me. Like, the absolute crap out of me. It's good. I don't want to put that on my face. It's really dirty, but it's good. But it needs to retain its shape, and the fact that it doesn't retain its shape bugs me, and I wouldn't recommend it for that, and that alone. That really did bother me. I got 2 blender brushes with it that I really enjoyed, that I really liked, that worked really, really well, but I don't know where they are, as I use them frequently, and they are probably in my pile to go downstairs and get washed soon. They are good enough that I use them, like, really regularly. I'll put them in an underrated products I'm going to do soon, so you can see them once I find them, because I'm going to talk about Hip Dot there too. But they are very reasonably priced. The palettes are amazing. Like I said, the mattes blend beautifully, which can be a problem. My eye look today was done with a brand that we'll talk about in a minute. It's not great. But, yeah, the mattes blended beautifully. The shimmers laid on the eye like a dream. The glitters stuck if you use the glitter glue. Excuse me, and they were really, really pretty. I was really, really happy with the entire purchase. They're something that I use really regularly before I started doing this challenge. So yeah, I like them. They're very good. There's a very good variety. If you go on Hip Dot's website, you can find that variety pack minus the one I got in BoxyCharm, and you're set. Beautiful colors, beautiful mattes, beautiful glitters, fantastic. This week we're going to do Makeup Revolution ones. This is one I'm using today. Spoiler alert, mattes suck. But we'll talk about that next week, and I will see you later.